the Death Star, and in honor of Rogue One getting closer and closer to being done. So I went back in, and all the dark gray spots I went in, and where I missed I repainted those and squared them up. Now I'm down to, I got to match the lighter gray here. I got a few little areas I need to fix on that, and I'll be done with it. But while I try to figure out what kind of light gray that is, I went in and started chipping away. When I say chip, it means scribing away with Mr. Toothpick wherever I had it. There it is. And I'm just going in and scoring off the acrylic paint on the enamel base, and it's just easier to do it that way. Almost done, so we are looking really, really good. Oh, come on, spin. Think I got everywhere, but I'll do one more video, and we'll do up close and personal and make sure that we got everything on it. So we're almost done with that, so that'll be ready to terrorize the galaxy. Just a little more do, hopefully a day or two, and I'll have that finished. Didn't do anything on the Gran Torino. The Impala, I did get the other side glued on, the trim. I just got to trim off the ends there that go around the fenders, and it'll be ready for putting some future on it. And probably and this, I'm gonna, after I put that on, let that sit for a day or two, and then paint the chrome, which I'm probably end up going to paint the chrome first and then put future on it, kind of just a little bit ahead of myself. But anyway, that should be very, very soon. I'm almost just almost at that stage, so looking forward to putting a little chrome paint on there and getting the but when I do the chrome paint, I'm going to have to do the wheels over here as well. So I'm going to kill two birds, one stone, you know. Just try to do all the painting at one time. The MBT, and I'll do the video tomorrow. I forgot to bring it. I got the torpedo for the this kit here. It's actually a 48 scale World War II torpedo, but I mean, won't know the difference, but anyway, I'll show that one next video. Got everything primered, got the rear gun mounts on, and I'm going to primer them up today or tomorrow, and then I got the front on there, and I just kept it I just kept it very simple and basic. The MB turret ring, to me, it just it's out of scale, out of wax, so I think this simplifies it, makes it you know, more into the scale. Oh, come on, Mr. Microphone, why'd you fall off? So doing this new lapel microphone, and it's I don't know why it fell off. Of course, there we go. Hopefully that stay on. But anyway, I got the guns on. Just need to primer it, and then what I'm going to do next is I was going to do some stretch sprue and stretch do the rigging, but I'm just going to take some black thread and do from end to end. It's just going to be easier and quicker that way. And if it actually broke or anything, the thread would be easier to replace and also cheaper to replace too. So that's where I stand on that. So hopefully I can get it painted. And speaking of paint, this is the color I was talking about, what I want to paint. It's called silver gray, which is basically, I don't know, it's not really white, not really silver. I mean, it's kind of a light, not even really light gray, but that's what I want to paint that. When you see silver airplanes, especially fabric ones, that's usually the my go-to color on that. So that's silver gray by Model Color, aka Vallejo. Messy workbench, decals. Oh, Crazy Horse. I pretty much getting all the little yellow decals on. Got the main decal on, so that would say plus. And I just got a couple more to go. A couple here in the back, a couple on the sides of the nacelles, and pretty much be done with that. There's a nacelle the nacelle decal here that goes on right here. I may put that on, may not. I'm going to hook up the battery to it and see what it looks like glowing with the decal paper on it, just to see what it looks like. If it looks good, I'll leave it. If not, I'll leave it like it is. I think it looks fine without it. But anyway, decal duty is just about almost done on it. I got to add the little yellow phaser banks. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat, because I do this on mine when I build them. It's hard to put a decal on basically 2 bumps, and you'd have to go get, let me see if I can find it. Oh, where are you? Nope. Oh, come on now. There it is. You could put that on it, and that would actually suck it down hard, because that's just like volatile decal setting solutions, which I don't hardly ever use it, because I've had I mean, once you open the bottle, the decal just basically just gets all over it. But anyway, that's another story. We'll talk about that later. But so what I'm going to do, and I do this on mine, I'm going to take Mr. Snips here, and I'm actually going to cut off the phaser bumps, and they'll still be there, they just won't be as high, and I'll put the yellow decal on and get that glued on there. That's the way I'm going to do it. That's usually what I do on mine, and we're almost getting close to wrapping all the decals up on it, and I just got to put in a couple clear parts here, and do a little, just a little bit of detail painting with the paintbrush, and we'll be good to go on it. And I started the, which I should have done in the first half, but I forgot, and I started the GTR, and I'll, hopefully I won't drop it here. I did get the disc, and there's my assistant. No, you can't. I did get the disc, wheel disc, and the brakes on, and I guess the shocks. So I'm done with step 1, and I'm done with step 2. So hopefully I'll be on step 3 tomorrow. What I'm planning on doing. Really not a whole lot of paint. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, rubbing jaws on everything. Now come on now. Well, so let's just see what step 3. Oh, come now. So we'll be putting it on the chassis. You don't have to paint a whole lot on the most of the Aoshima kit is it's actually pre-colored, and so basically when you slap it together, you already got the black and the silver part. Oh, come on, you are awful. But anyway, there's that. So I got that started. So we'll continue on. Oh, what are you doing? We'll continue on with the GTR tomorrow and in the future. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. I'm going to try to do a shed update because we do have sub-Arctic temperatures coming, and I may or may not be out there. So that's what I've got going on. Starting the GTR, my assistant there, putting decals on the Crazy Horse, trying to wrap up the Rogue One Death Star. Got the guns mounted on the MBT, and we got some sighting on the Impala. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.